Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you have already know, I'm Victoria Munoz.
I'm Pamela. I'm one of Vicky's best friends.
Yes.
And I'm really happy to be here today with her. So we're gonna make a great day.
Yes, we are. So we're thinking about we always are having great conversations and talking and realizing a lot of things about life that not a lot of people are aware. Like if they do, they figure it out later on in life. And we're thinking we're grateful to understand this thing at an early age, and we want to as we learn, we want to share with you. That way you don't have to go through hell basically to get that lesson.
But sometimes it's okay. You kind of need to go through a really dramatic situation for you to understand how serious circumstances can be. And I think it's also good to go through the worst, on your own, because that's how you become a stronger person out of your own self.
Because it's different, seeing something happen and actually being part of it. Yeah. Because it can determine how strong you are to that
mentally. So that's really important.
So today we're gonna be talking about basically taking care of your energy and self-love. And
So what we actually realized was that it all starts back in our childhood. Our childhood traumas and childhood memories, how we were treated, how we were loved, how we were taught. It all goes back to how we are, the person we are today.
Yeah, so, and then by understanding, going back to those trauma and seeing how it's okay, things are gonna happen, you can't stop them. When you're a kid, literally you are affected greatly by your environment, you don't have any control. But it's as an adult, when you realize this stuff, then you have to take action and try to find a solution. Because if you never fix your problems, they're gonna follow you throughout your life, and they might affect the person you are, and it's gonna be harder for you to be a relationship with other people, because it's you are still caught up in that learned behaviors basically.
That's the guidance that we were built off when we were younger, and sometimes those guidance aren't the right intentions of what we really are capable of as human beings. Because once we train our mind to overcome certain obstacles and learn how to control our emotions, because some situations bring out the worst of how we emotionally react to them. So, and it's okay to cry. It's a great thing to cry, because that's just so much built up emotions that we all feel as human beings, and it's okay to feel. There's no worries. Everyone reacts different, as if crying, screaming, just so many questionable actions.
But yeah, it's just, we should be grateful that we also have those emotions
that we can feel.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the psychopaths don't have that. That's why they do whatever, because it's they don't differentiate what's bad and good. But we should be grateful that we understand every emotion, sadness, being depressed. It's that's something that you if you're depressed, you should try to get out of that. But it's at the same time, sometimes things that you can't control, that's gonna happen to you, because either it's because of traumas, or because you're going through a rough situation at that moment, or because your brain is wired differently. It varies a lot, but it's you being aware of it already helps you. Because it's for example, you might not have the motivation to go outside and go to class or something like that, and it's because it's you I'm just too lazy. But in reality, it's your depression, so you have to find
it. You have to fight it, because that's something that's where depression comes from, is all mentally inside of your brain. And it's it becomes a little hole, but once you start feeding that hole with negative energy and negative just anything, that's where your depression overcomes what you're really capable of to do, So it's that's just something that we can't feed more into depression. And I know it's hard. It's it seems like you do not have a positive outcome, or you just don't know where to go, or it's just everything's flying apart. But it's you just have to speak things into existence, and that you're going to be okay. We're both victims. I would say victims of depression. It's okay. We all been through depressed. We've been sad. We've been crying, angry, frustrated, just every single emotions that we could feel. And we know exactly how it feels, or what it is to feel.
And how hard it is to actually get up and make that decision to I'm gonna change everything around. Because sometimes your actions kind of go because you keep doing the same thing, then you keep getting the certain results. So that's why it's important to like really analyze what's going on in your life, and see what needs to be changed and what it's it doesn't. Because I mean, like how like time is valuable. Like that's like the big like. I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, I've been reading this book and it's so good. It's called How to Live on the 24-Hour a Day by Arnold Burnett. And basically, he talks about how time is the most valuable asset that you own. Literally, nobody can take your time, but you know. So check it out. I got it from a thrift store. That's why I was like, this is good.
Yeah, but it's not so big of a word.
Yeah, it's really short. Yeah. But it's like it's good because it really it really makes you see that time is like when people say I don't have time. You always have the time. You just have to decide if you want to make the time for that.
Right.
And it's like people like, oh, I can't work out because I don't have the time. 20 minutes of working out can like really make a big difference. Because it's not about being like the sexiest person alive, like the fittest. It's about feeling good.
Yeah. It's so important, and people don't really understand the importance of that. Because it's like people tend to, oh, I have this, I have that, but it's like, okay, they also have that and this, but it's like who's it's like a race. Who's gonna end at the end,
Yeah, I mean, you should like your biggest competition should be yourself as well. So you always want to be better than you were yesterday or you were just now, because as humans we're supposed to be active, like outside, enjoying the sun, like walking around, just running and stuff. That's our nature, and that kind of got what working out kind of comes in, or just like being outside, like hiking, biking, like this stuff. Like you are constantly active because we're not meant to be inside a room. Like we're not meant to be inside. We're supposed to be outside enjoying the sun because the sun gives us vitamins. This sun is like our greatest like not timer, but like medicine, yeah. Because it's like we're supposed to be inside. That's why we get so sick, because we are constantly inside.
And inside full of germs.
Yeah,
you cannot see them. You cannot see them, but we're breathing, we're touching them. It's on our clothes, everything.
Yeah, it's like we're meant to be outside. Like you don't even have to work out. You can just like do a walk. It literally will change like the perspective. Because also in that moment you're concentrating on getting to your destination or just walking to that one place, and you're like it's a good distressor. Like it helps you get unstressed because it helps you to think and to start just being on the moment, be mindful in a way, because it's like you're just absorbing everything that you're seeing, like all that, the trees, like they're beautiful, like oh my goodness.
I was walking yesterday, me and a colleague, we were walking in class yesterday, and when we're walking, it was really shady, and it's just like you just see a sidewalk and trees on your side. But I looked up for the first time, and I looked at the prettiest trees, the prettiest building. I'm just like, wow, this is what it is to appreciate nature and earth beings, like preservatives. It's like we literally do have everything around us, and we do not appreciate it.
Yeah, we should be grateful of that. And like especially run through fall, because you can see other different colors on the trees, and you're like, wow.
Can y'all believe trees do that? Like think about that. They're also one of the biggest amazing inventions in this society in general. They not only just give us like a good view, but they give us oxygen. Yeah, and people do not take that as serious as it really is. We
should be planting more trees too.
Yeah,
honestly,
we should be. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there right now.
They're doing that,
and which is really nice because they have a big platform to where they do want to spread that awareness. And I'm so happy that people really do that.
Honestly, that's like a really good way, because like they really use their
for the positive, for all the good.
And, that's how it should be, honestly. But it's we have to like see, like know our lives and like determine what we want to do from that. Because if you want to be a happy person, then you have to start absorbing positivity and trying to like feeling well, like not just like you have to feel well mentally, physically, and emotionally, spiritually as well. Because also I've been getting into like the energy and all that, and I think it's amazing how that works, because it's like it's like the same thing as I don't know what's it called, like being well mentally. I don't know, because it's really cool because it kind of connects everything, makes it kind of give you a purpose, like a reason. Like if you were dying, like oh, like I had a bad day, but maybe you that was protecting you for something else.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like a lot of people tend to, like, one little thing goes wrong in their life and they feel like that's the way that they should see the rest of their day. And it's like, it's okay that one thing didn't go your way. You woke up late for class, that's okay. You know, someone cut you in traffic, it's okay. It's like, let them do whatever, you know, whatever comes to them. And so just focus on yourself and just know that you as a human being are an amazing human being.
And your decisions, like what you do is like, you shouldn't be aware about what other people do but you know, like okay, people are being mean, at least you're not being mean, you know, like,
you're not living their miserability. And it's like, be grateful because it's like you're not to where they are, but at the same time it's like, do what you can at that moment to let them know that they are appreciated, because sometimes the people that are really miserable are really lacking of love and attention. And they see the world so negative because of that, because of their emotions. The way that they feel defines everything that they see in anything in this life.
You have to be open-minded, like, and remember that there's more things.
This world is huge. Why are we being so small-minded human beings? We are so privileged and so blessed to be where we are, to see what we see, to feel what we see. And it's just time that we need to be grateful for everything, every little thing. I told Vicky this morning, I was like, Vicky, right now, let's list 10 things that we're so grateful about, so appreciative about, that other people do not have. And it's like, the way for us is that we do actually have family that are not in the same living capacity as us. So where they live is in poverty, and it's like, our families were able to escape that and, you know, build another dream here. And it's like, what are we doing, you know? It's like, we're not taking a full advantage of what we can do in this United States. The United States is supposed to be the country of the dream. But it's like, right now, it's like we're living in a nightmare. And it's so sad because it's like, the younger generation is this is what they're looking at.
It's like, we're like the role model. Like, because we're having like the worst time of our life, they think, well, life is horrible, because they kind of look up to us. Like, that's like the only role models that they have. And well, also, now that you said that's awesome. Empowering other people and like being role models, that kind of like what also we kind of try to do, because like by you being good, you literally, like, for example, you go outside, pick up you see a trash and you pick it up and put it on, you know, a trash can, of course. Like, somebody sees that and they're like, oh, like, that's nice, you know. And they're like, oh, let me do that too, and then that kind of keeps a cycle. So it's like, we need to like take the time that we have here and do everything, every positive thing that we can, because it might not only affect us, like benefit us as a person, because it's like, when you do good things, you feel good, like you don't really need anybody.
It's not even to be good and then receive good, but it's just to be good and feel good. Wow. So it's like you might think, oh, my actions are not really making a difference, but they might be impacting somebody. Like, people are always watching. People are always like seeing, like, oh, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, they're learning from their environment, and like, you are a reflection of like of your environment, basically. So if you see like a lot of negativity around your house, and if you're negative, then you're part of that. You know, you just like following that cycle and that pattern. And when you in reality can't change it, you know, you can, by you starting to be good, people in your family that are negative, or just like friends that you have that are really negative, they're starting to see, well, there's good in the world, because it's like you're like lighting that part of them that they didn't know that they had. Right. But it's also another thing is that not everyone thinks as you, so it's gonna be a little harder. It's gonna be challenging to where you can only help somebody as much as what you're capable of, depending on how miserable they are. Honestly, how miserable they are. Because it's like, they have a list built of all negativity, all things wrong going on in their life, but then they see your life, and you don't, you know, us human beings, we talk about our days, we reflect on how our day has been treating us. And it's like, you know, I meet up with a friend and she's having a horrible day, and it's like, I'm over here happy because there's no way I can let one little thing ruin my day, because I'm so grateful, so appreciative, so blessed to have what I have. And it's like, it's okay to let them feel that way, but at the same time, you know, remind them it's okay.
Yeah.
Everything is gonna be okay no matter what.
Yeah.
And that not every situation needs a reaction.
Exactly.
Because I've also noticed that, you know, people receive bad and then they also react to it a bad way. And it's just an ugly, awful way that another person shouldn't even have to express themselves like that. That's so shocking. And when you see when someone like lives miserable and reacts to a situation, and it's just like, wow. It's like they really do feel that way towards another human being that they don't even know. They don't know what's going on in their life. It's like they feel like their problems are just so much bigger than what it really is, you know?
Yeah.
And people really do take advantage of what obstacles they go through, because you're not the only one.
Yeah.
No one is ever the one going through it. You know, I've heard people say, I fake a smile every single day, and it's like, those are the strongest people too.
Yeah.
Because no matter what problems they go through, they still get up every single day. It doesn't even matter if the sun's not out. They get up and then continue their day as if nothing happened, and look for something else to be so happy about, because it's not like that. It's never like this. There's so many things to do, to explore, to love, to nourish. We plant people.
We water them.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
We water them.
Yeah.
And it's like, no one deserves to go through that. No one deserves to feel that way. But it all starts with you at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also it's like, when you are able to see that in other people, you know that they're good people, but they just have like a lot of bad things that are just being, you know,
holding them back.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to I mean, most of the time it's good to help people, because a lot of people want to be helped. Like they're just crying for help.
Right.
And it's like also it's like, think about it, you were in that position at some point, but you were strong enough to do it by yourself. But some people need help, so it's good to help people and like kind of like help them understand and open up, so you can go deeper and see what the real problem is. But there's cases where you have to learn to move on. You have to let that person
go on its own.
Because sometimes people don't, if they don't want to be helped and they're not really letting
themselves be helped,
then it's like you're wasting your time
and your energy. Your energy is so strong. I've never in my life, in my 20 years of life, would have thought that someone's energy is so important. I never would have thought that that's how a person moves, is by their energy. And that's so true, because the energy you bring to the table defines the person you are. Defines the person, that what you're capable of, and everything else that you are meant to be as a person.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, it's not always worth staying for that person. If they need help, they'll let us show that they want to succeed and move on. Because no person that's strong wants to stay in that spot.
Yes.
So that's how you can determine your time with them. Because they'll let you know. Obviously, any person that cries out for help wants attention, wants help, wants advice. But then when you give them all of those three, now they're in a testing ground. They're in a testing ground. Now they have to prove to you, because they came to you, right? They came to you now, and you gave them what you think is best for them, and then now it's on their own to apply it to their life. But if they do not apply it to their life, and you see the same outcomes from, you know, everything that you've given them to do, it's like that should let you know that you're wasting your time entirely, because that's somebody that does not want to grow. Someone that repeats the same mistakes over and over again is somebody that is just not ready for anything.
True. Yeah, because it's like it's hard to actually break habits, like, you know, like keep like breaking that. But at the same time, it's like when you really want something, you're gonna do whatever it takes to reach that, you know, because it's like, you know, deep down that you're more than that. You have higher ambitions of yourself, and that's what that's the biggest motivation is yourself, like wanting to get out of that pit that you are right now. Like you find a way of growing, like you literally make holes, like you're gonna find a way. And that's the thing people don't understand, like it was like, it was too hard, like I feel like I couldn't overcome that just because it was too difficult. life is difficult, like everything is difficult, but I think that's the best thing about it. The more difficult something is, the more grateful you are in the end, because it's like, wow, I did that, like I have the power to overcome that and more. And because of that, I was able to learn many lessons on that journey. And that's also a thing, like I feel like it's beautiful when something is hard, because I'm like, wow, this is like a whole challenge. Like I want to overcome this and see how far I'm gonna go, how much I'm gonna learn. Because it's like you become, now also you have more reasons to be grateful. Because like maybe you were in a car accident and you like for me, I was for a long time, well, I was in a motorcycle accident, so I broke my bone, literally my 2 bones I broke, and I couldn't walk for 9 months. And that, like, I was really depressed. It was like the worst time. Like I feel like it was horrible. Like it like I was apart. I feel like outsider, because all my friends, you know, they're kids and they just like want to go outside, and because I didn't go outside, they were limited to spend time with me because we can only do so much inside. But because I was like, well, I feel like I can do a lot now. Like I started putting myself down. But then I started joining a lot of sports, you know, like I joined, like I was like, because I won this and the doctor said like I should like be, you know, not do as much. And like I was like, because I had this bone disease, not disease, but like a thing that stopped my bones from growing because I didn't have a lot of calcium. But I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna let that stop me. And I joined literally the swimming team, the track team, the lacrosse team, and then I was doing soccer outside the school, like on a club. And then I was doing like the RTC. I became the RTC for like Raiders, and I would become the captain. Like I did all that. I was the fastest on my team and everything, and it was because that was what was pushing me. Literally, I was like, I'm not gonna let anything. I remember I would cry, like sometimes it hurt because I could feel the thing. Because they put the cast wrong, so basically they put the bone in like this, kind of slightly off. So my bones weren't growing as much, so they had to literally break my thing, like pull it up and then reattach it. And that's why it took like, you know, I had that thing where calcium wasn't like, you know, my bones weren't like as well. But it just, that helped me. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this stop me from anything. And that also helped me to like just challenge myself every single time, because I was like, every time I got like something was like, you can't do it, then I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like just the rush of like, oh, you can't do it? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Let me see who are you to tell me what I can't do? You know, like I'm stronger than my body. Like your mind, like your body always can push more. Like you can do so much more physically, but it's like mentally sometimes like that limits us. Like we can't do that, but your body can push like
our body can do it.
Our body is so strong. Like it's amazing. Like the mind, like how it works, I find it so fascinating.
It's one of the strong. Our mind is definitely one of the strongest abilities that we have as a human being.
So it's like if you want to get out of that, you want to like go far in life, you have a passion, and you're so scared because it's gonna be too hard. Like see it as a game. I feel like it's a game. Like, oh, it's gonna be hard. Okay, let's see how hard it's gonna be. Let's see how much levels I can go. You know, it's like, because it's like the more like every time you like pass that level, you become it gets harder. But it's like the reward is a lot bigger. You know, it's like you get more stars, you know, by going one, like Mario Bros. Like everything, like, you know, you pass that level, you go to another scene, and you're like, oh, what the heck, you know, you have to do it like 4 times until you get it, and then you get to the end when you have to fight that little monster.
I never played it, so I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. But it was this like total, and like the end was like you end up with Peach, which is the princess. So it's like, in a way, it's like you earning every time you get higher. You get bigger and you get stronger, and you get to the reward then. It's like amazing, like, because that's what he wants. Like he just wants Peach. He's trying to say Peach.
Mario always wanted Peach.
Yeah. So let your ambition be your Peach. You know, let that be your highest reward. Like you achieving that dream that you have. And just believing in yourself. Like you're Peach. You're fighting for yourself. You know, you want to get to, you want to free yourself from like whatever it's holding you back. There we go. But yeah, passion. It's like, you know, that's kind of like the main thing. Like that is what keeps us going every single day. When you find that, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Yeah, like that's gonna be what's gonna push you every day. Mm-hmm. You know? And learning to move on. What do you?
Learning to move on is definitely one of the biggest keys to being a better person, and to also and self-love.
Yeah,
it's forgiving and forget and moving on. All those three in order: forgive, forget, and move on. After someone has, shown you their true colors, that's enough said. That is enough said. But most human beings do not tend to understand the first time, because it's like, okay, maybe they just messed up, but it's like, no, that's really how they truly feel towards you as a person. And the fact that, it all depends. All situations are different on how a person shows their true colors. But once they do, that should tell you that they did enough to disrespect you, to be out their own way to hurt you in a way
because they don't care enough about you. Because if you care about somebody, you wouldn't hurt them.
You would not want to hurt
anyway. Like, you
mentally, physically, emotionally. No, like, that's not okay. And it's like, we're human beings too, and people forget about that. People forget that we also can feel, and that we there's so many people out in this world that we limit ourselves to one person because we feel like we need them. But it's like, no one knows that there's someone out there with 10 times more that have to offer us in life. So people just stay stuck. People stay stuck because they feel like they do not deserve better, and that's never true. There's someone out there that has the same mentality as you, same capacity as you, ability, that's genuine, more genuine, someone that can help you grow, that you can water and admire you water,
and like sees you as a queen or a king, like,
because
it's like they know how, like, your potential, your like how much you love yourself,
and they want to help you, they want to nourish you, they want to they want you to be at your best. Nourishing someone is so important. Friend, family, it doesn't matter. And you know what, this society, I kind of want to talk about the topic of men next. Okay. But it's
a different
this is a whole different
gotcha.
Oh no, we can do it still in this one too. Okay.
How long it's been? 28 minutes.
It's been like 30,
we can do like a different segment of that.
Okay, after
that's gonna be the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we talking about right now?
Moving on, like,
okay, forget, nourishing people. Nice. We're on topic, wrong time. But it's just so important to. This is where self-love also comes.
Yes.
If you love yourself enough, and then loving. Wow, it's awesome. Yeah, self-love, like, it's not just loving your body, but it's also loving your peace of mind, your peace state of mind. Probably didn't say that right, but it's up there.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. It's
state
like
of mind,
your mentality too.
Your sanity.
Because it's like, you have to, when you love yourself enough mentally, you can be, how you said, like, you want to be alone, like, be okay being alone. You're so comfortable and you're so happy with yourself that you don't really need anybody. So if people come to you, it's because it just, like, happened and it was like it worked out, but it's like you didn't need them. It was a want.
Listen, when people I feel like people do serve. Every person that comes into your life serves as a purpose. Small, medium, big, but it's all because for a reason. It's not a coincidence. It's not like just like, I don't know, but try to learn from it. Do not dwell on the past, on how they treated you, on how they viewed you. But
you ask yourself, what did I learn from this?
What was their purpose? Because, and of course, you served a huge purpose on their life too, because the universe has aligned that person with you during that season or whatever time being you guys were together for, whoever it was. But not everyone also brings positive characteristics, so also learn from that, because it's like, that's who they are as a person. And it's like, that also reminds us, okay, I do not want to be viewed like that as a person. I do not want to adapt to their negativity, but instead adapt to the good traits that they did have. But of course, not everyone was able to, or is even to balance both out, because they tend to be more negative than positive anything. So it's like, that's where you also come in. It's like, if they're a negative person and you were just chilling, or you don't even want the negativity around you, if you were helping them, then it's like, okay, leave it alone. You were the reason why you served a purpose in their season. So
like, maybe you're not learning something from them, but they're learning something from you.
They learn from you. And it's like,
I mean, you saw example. What was the thing that you learned from the person?
My last relationship. So my last relationship was a few months. It's been okay, almost a month ago. Yeah. So I learned. I got cheated on, and then I found out literally like the phone was right in my hands and everything. But I learned that
you had that love in you, like even though like it was. Like you help him to become like a bit more for himself and grow. Because he didn't know how to treat a person, another
human being. Honestly, yeah, he did. Yeah. And it's like I have to come to terms that it was okay that it sucks, but it's like, what did it teach me? What did it serve in my life? And then you learn
that you have that love in you, that like you have that, you can share that love with other people. Yeah. And that how you say like you, because of him, you were like, oh, like you figure out that you have that love and you were able to share it properly with your family, because like, oh, I have this type of affection, like I just want to start hugging them and like tell them how much I appreciate them and everything. So it's like it took that person make you just that relationship in general made you realize that you don't need to like share that love with like a
which is one person.
Yeah, one person. You have that within you that you can share with anybody, and that type of love reminds him like how much like good there is.
Yeah,
because he was like wow, like I love the way you treat me and all this stuff. Like he was appreciative, and it's like you did that just for like for relationships.
For relationship, right?
So and it's like it's something that you can do just for friends, for families that they might need it. Like he needed that. That's why he craved it so much. That's why he always came back because he was like, I like how you love.
Yeah, my love is just so it's genuine and it's like the affection that I realized that because I wasn't affectionate towards family. I mean, my family was always affectionate towards me, but it's like I could never give it back to them because we didn't grow up like that. We were a broken family once too. So it's like I'm still learning how to show my love with like emotions, hugging, kissing, and everything. And it's not like I was numb to the affection either, but I just didn't know I had it in me that I can also be how do I say this? But also give back. So he did teach me that I did have that love inside of me, that I was capable of showing to others, not just like boyfriends, but friends and family, because they're important. They're so important.
Yeah, everybody needs love. Like I feel like we don't appreciate our parents enough sometimes. Like they're humans too. They're not. Like I used to think my mom was a superhero. My parents were a superhero. Because like they do all this stuff and like they're strong. They don't cry or anything. Like they must be like through some. But in reality, they're going through a lot too. And look. If you see your parents or your family member, friend, hug them. Sometimes like that hug. Just like remind them that, like their love, because sometimes they forget. They're like doing all these things. They're like constantly like, oh, I gotta do that. They're not thinking of like, oh, like
I gotta show. I have to. A human being has to be hugged 8 times a day.
Oh yeah, they're that thing.
And that I think that's so true.
You release what does it go like happy.
Endorphins.
Yeah, endorphins. I think it is. Yeah, like but it's good. Like it's supposedly you should be hugging like every day.
Yeah, and like when I meet a new person, like for the Latin cultural, it's like we had like we don't know them.
It's a form of respect.
It's a form of respect of giving a hug and a kiss. And some people are just like, oh my god, you gotta give them a kiss. Like that's too much space. That's too much in my space. But it's like at the same time, with space, we all share. We really share the same space. Just because I have my cheek up against yours, it's not like I'm trying to be all up in it. I'm just trying to give you a kiss. Like that, we're women. We're men. It's like
That's it too.
Yeah, no, it's just all men and women together. But it's just a sign of like greeting.
Yeah, like you were. I acknowledge that you are human.
That you're here with me. That you're part of what I'm about to, the event that I'm in, because I greeted you, and that we're all here, together sharing the same memory. But the Americans do not believe in that. They don't believe in that because they believe that you're too weak. You're way too weak to show that affection of you.
That's emotions.
They feel as if they're sometimes good enough, too good to be showing that side of them, but it's like you're hurting deep down inside.
Yeah, we all are. I mean, we all literally we all are the same.
Every little thing that we go through every single day, something goes on every single day, every second of our lives.
Yeah, and like also like we thinking about it. A lot of our childhood memories, like the good ones too, they relate. Like a lot of people like did the same thing as you do. Like I used to play marbles with the boys and stuff. I was talking to this guy and he was like, "Yeah, I used to do that too." And I was like, That's funny. Like, I mean, that's something that this is a game, but like as a kid, that we didn't have any toys, so we had to like play whatever.
We didn't have any electronics.
Yeah, like we had to like be creative, and we all had the same. Like no, a lot of us had the same type of creativity. That's why we like shared that loud memory, because you had to like so I had.
That's how you could connect.
Yeah, because I remember I used to get the cardboard the juice thing, like the cardboard thing, and I will make a little car. Like I will literally make the cardboard and then get the caps of the Coca-Cola thing and then put it there and make it as a wheel with a nail, and they will literally move. Yeah, we used to I mean, that was the only part of the thing. And then we used to get the tires and get a pole and then just like push it, so it would like
wow.
I mean, we're poor, so it's like we need to find a way, but it's like it was beautiful. Like I like
that's okay. It is not bad. You guys look of course, their family had lived in poverty and everything, but the fact that they still made a way to appreciate what they had, they didn't live miserable to like, oh, I wish I had this, or I don't have it, so I can't do it. But no,
I was more grateful than there, honestly. I kind of like, sometimes I used to tell my cousin, like, man, I wish we were like, young again, because we used to do a lot of fun stuff, and it was like, we were there. That's also the thing. It's like we are also so caught up in everything else and like what people are doing or fun. I personally, since I've been kind of caught up on that, and that's something that I'm like working towards. Like because I was a little bit addicted to my phone, but like I'm getting back to that. And it's scary because it's like, how do you let something that
control you?
Yeah, has so much
powerful. Yeah. It's so scary. Like, for me, I'm not as attached to a phone, but like for social media wise, but it's scary seeing it through like your other friends.
Yeah,
I'm not there. Yeah, no, I was with a friend last weekend, and it was her birthday weekend, and so I'm over here trying to enjoy her company. I haven't seen her in forever, and it's like I'm over here, trying to, we're on the car trying to vibe to some music, right? I look over, she's on her phone. I'm just like, get off your phone. I haven't seen you in like weeks. I mean, months. It's literally been months. It's like, just enjoy each other's company. You can literally be on your phone later.
Yeah. Like, and it's funny because it's like, we're like, oh, I wish I was hanging with that person. But when they're hanging with that person, like, on their phone. It's like...
It's annoying because it's like, you can check Instagram later. It will still be there. Those photos will still be there.
That time of a person.
That time of a person, no.
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, like, this really controls us human beings.
Yeah. Well, that was our podcast for today. I hope you have, got something out of it. We're going to be posting another one next week, and I hope you
come back and watch it again.
Again, be grateful. Life is good. There's more good people than bad people, so be part of that good people. Make that, help it out. But yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for being alive. Honestly, like you as a human being are impacting many people, even though you don't know it.
Right.
Like somebody might be looking up to you, like saying like, well, I want to be like that person.
Little cousin, little brother, sister, anybody, anything, grandpa, grandma. Yeah. They're all looking out for you.
Yeah, so be grateful and love life. I mean, I know it's hard, but you got it. I believe in you. So I just hope that you see life differently.
Yes.
And then that you can just create good memories.
Always. Like, just every little, environment, just appreciate. Call everything out, and what are you appreciative for, and how, and what, yeah. But be appreciative, be grateful, be thankful, because a lot could be worse.
Yeah.
Or someone is living through worse.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Have a good day.